Hi, I'm Jay, and today we're going to be cooking a Texas brisket in our Cambridge fireplace pizza oven. Now it's baseball season, and we're going to be using this thing a lot this summer. So what I thought is, let's do a brisket for our first event we're having tomorrow with our friends and neighbors and stuff like that. So we're going to do the brisket in the fireplace pizza oven. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to prep it, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do this in the fireplace pizza oven. This unit is not just for pizzas. The nice thing is you can smoke in this as well. All my friends have pellet smokers and stuff like that, but they come over and they see this thing and they say it's amazing and everything, but what can you do in it? Well, that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to show you that you can do just about anything in this. Here we are in the kitchen. I got the brisket all out. I trimmed it all up with the new Pit Boss set I got for my anniversary. So you'll find out that you purchase all kinds of stuff for these outdoor kitchens. It's just crazy, but you need it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this. You can season it any way that you'd like. Today I'm using two different seasonings. I'm doing a third of the one and 2/3 of the other. So what I'd like to do is just go over. You don't need a binder on this because it's pretty moist already, and we're going to let it rest for maybe 2-3 hours before I put it in the fireplace pizza oven. So just season it. I'm going to season it lightly with this first one. Let's get a light coating on there. Make sure you get the edges. And then with the other type that I'm using, I'm going to season it really heavy with this one. You can pat it in however you like to do it. Just get it on all the edges, because this is what's really gonna bring out the flavors of the brisket. So then when you get that side done, and we're actually gonna cook it fat side up. So we'll get this side coated. Just a little bit of that one. And then I go really heavy with this one. And you can use any seasoning that you like. There's many different types out there, whatever your preference is. Get all the edges. And then what you want to do is you want to let this rest, like I say, for a couple hours. And you'll see it's already starting to get where it's really moist. Take that seasoning and just kind of, seems like a lot, but it isn't. And in this unit, we want to always put it on something so you're not making a big mess inside the fire, in a pizza oven. The fire is going to make its own mess, but the nice thing about this is the fire is actually separate from the oven unit, so you don't get all the mashes inside the oven like you do with the conventional brick ovens and stuff like that. But you want to put this on a pan. It fits perfectly in there. The pan's about 18. The cooking stone inside there is 18 inches by 18, so anything like this will fit in there. What we're going to do is cook it fat side up, and we're going to do that for like 7 or 8 hours at 225. And you could fluctuate a little between 200 and 235, 240, but it's going to be about 7 or 8 hours until the internal temperature is about 165. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it out and we're going to wrap it, and then put it in for another 3 to 4 hours until we get an internal temperature of like 200. Then it'll be finished, and then we'll let it rest. But I'll crank the fire up a little bit. It'll be like 250, 275. And then we'll see how it looks. I will check in with you. I'm going to go light the fireplace, and we'll just keep updating you through the evening. This is going to be an all-nighter, so it's like going to be like 10 o'clock soon. We're going to put it in at midnight, and every 2 hours I'm going to put some wood in there, and we'll just take this all night long. And then tomorrow around lunchtime, this should be all done. So we'll see you again real soon. Okay, it's about midnight right now. A little chilly outside. To get a longer shirt on here. But we're ready to put this in. The fire's going good. Let me pull this. This is what the brisket looks like. It was sitting for, I'd say, 4 hours. So the seasoning's all really good to go here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in. Just slide it right in there. We're running about 230 right now. I pulled the damper out. The heat is now transferred into the box. 230. We're gonna check this throughout the night, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Once we hit like 165 internal, we'll take it out, wrap it, put it back in, maybe bump it up to about 250 and see where we go from there. Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna double check here the temperature with our meat thermometer. Look how nice that looks. And we're about 160. So it's about time that we actually wrap that. So you can see how nice that's cooking in there. Looks beautiful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it inside and we're gonna wrap it, and then I'm gonna put it back in here and maybe bump the temperature up a little bit. But I'll show you that next. Okay, so we just took it out of the oven. It is now at about 165 internal temperature. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap this thing, okay? What I wanna do is you get some butcher paper like this. I'm gonna spray this a little bit with some apple cider vinegar. So just get this all nice and damp. And you can see how nice this looks. Wow. So what we're gonna do, this is the fat side up. Move it more towards the middle here. So we're just gonna basically wrap this thing just like a present. Hold the sides in. Like that. Get a good, nice, tight. And that's pretty much it. Now what we want to do is we want to put this back in and then keep checking it. We want to get to about 200 degrees internal temperature, and then this will be done. This is to protect it and just hold all the juices in this thing. So I'm gonna put it back in the pizza oven and we'll check it in another couple hours. It's been about 4 to 5 hours now at the lower temperature. Now we're gonna bump it up to about 250 and we'll just keep checking it. And once we hit that 200, it'll be done and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, it's morning time. We let this rest for like an hour or two before we open it up here, and we're gonna slice it. It took us about 8 hours total for this cook. I thought it was gonna be a little longer. I guess I had the fire just a little higher. But you gotta play with that and adjust how you want. This brisket wasn't as big as what I usually do, but it feels like it turned out great. You can tell the internal temperature was 205, so it was totally done. And I took it out of the pizza oven and I put it alongside here to rest. So let's open this thing. It's nice and juicy. And you can tell it's done. Boy, it's still steaming. And this was sitting for like 2 hours. We'll take this paper. And that's why I like to have it wrapped, because it just holds everything together. So now, we're gonna see what this thing looks like on the inside. So we'll slice it right down the middle. Wow. I'd say like pencil-sized slices. Okay. take one of these out of here. Now, first let me show you that. Look how juicy that is. The juice just running out of there. Take a piece of this brisket. Wow, it's hot. Amazing. The seasoning just brings the flavor right out. And I made some barbecue sauce that I made in one of my previous videos with the cheerwine soda. It's amazing. So we're gonna make sandwiches out of this later today, but that bite there you can't beat. Wow. Yes. I might eat this all before I even give it to anyone. Again, you can do anything in these pizza ovens. You see we got the brisket here. Let's make a few more slices out of here. We did brisket, we did pulled pork, we did ham. I'm gonna do beer can chicken coming up. Made a few sides, made some homemade coleslaw to go with this. I have the people coming over later today, so now I have a little time. This is done. I'm gonna slice it all up, put it in a crock pot. Just keep it on warm because you don't have to cook it anymore. It's perfect the way it is right now. If you like everything that we did here with this pizza oven, and you want to purchase one, you can just go on CambridgePavers.com, find a distributor near you, and you can have one of these in your yard as well. It's a great piece, it looks amazing, and you can do anything in it. Same as a pellet smoker, but here we can make pizzas as well, so it's actually more you can do in this than you can in one of those units. So like and subscribe this page. I'm Jay, and I will see you next time.